Look at all the plums. We're at the Major Family Farm. We're with my sister. We're taking a little tour. And these are spice bees. I don't know what a spice bee is.
Spicy bees means they're not so friendly.
Oh! Oh! Spicy bees means that they're not so friendly.
Beehive 1.
Beehive 1. They look pretty friendly to me. Okay, and if any of you have watched the videos in any of the previous years or this year, you did see it young and just sprouting up and getting going, and now it is very much mature. Oh, that thing is stupid.
This one's a little bit bigger than the other 2 hives that we'll take a look at.
Where did you get the hives from?
So this was a swarm capture at a park.
You captured them wild?
Yeah, so this is a swarm capture. And the other one was an intact hive that we saved from a lady who didn't want it because they were spicy bees.
Oh.
So those ones she didn't want to deal with anymore. So we went and saved those ones, and these ones are swarm, and both these boxes are full, and we're about to add a top piece. So.
So this is the greenhouse at this point, and the garden around it has dwarfed it. And that's the tomato patches that you see running off into the distance. We'll have to get some humans out here walking around for you. Sunflowers in a row. Fruit trees. This is just a mass of plants. Bee feeder. These are amaranth. With dahlias scattered throughout. You can see the apple tree set its heavy bloom. There's apples all over everything, and then the plums beyond that. Just loaded. 100 and more plum trees on this property, fruit trees on this property. The hops arch, those are all baby hops plants, like kinds, and they will grow on this arch over our head. Tomatoes, cucumbers, so many tomatoes. Let's go find our guide. Show you the artichokes in the background here. These are edges of the yard that we're still pioneering back into new beds. So the artichokes will go there. They're pretty hardy creatures.
Because I just haven't got there yet. So there should be a hall of flowers on the inside, and then the hops will grow up over the top. And think those are cluster hops and Chinook and cluster hops. And these are Armenian cucumbers here. And then it goes into lemon cucumbers.
It's good to have a person walking around through it so they can see how big everything is. It's actually still hard to get the scale and scope in back down this row. That's insane. She says, follow me. I'm guiding you through a huge garden.
Tobacco?
Tobacco?
But it's tobacco. That's one of our tobacco patches.
I haven't seen tobacco since Hal Lilyberg's yard.
You should sniff it. It actually smells like tobacco. It's weird.
No, it's awful.
We're doing a break right there by using the sunflowers and corn.
Sunflowers and corn in a row here.
Yeah, and then this is all the zucchini patch.
Wow.
Which it looks like it's planted close together, but I trim the lower leaves off as it goes, so.
You sure?
But yeah, zucchini patch. And then this is VIP garden spot.
Look at just your weeds. Your mallow is
Yeah, that'll all be this.
wow. Yeah.
So we're just leaving it because I think it looks good against the yellow.
It's an edible green too. Look at the sunflower row. What are the beans? Red beans.
Scarlet runner beans, those are edible flowers. You can eat those.
I wouldn't eat those. They're red.
Look. Tessa eats them all day long. They're hella good.
Mmm.
Yeah, so we got sunflowers along the back. Solar lights on the top. Beans across the front.
Those beans are sweet. Nice. All the way down. That's insane.
So we have three main patches of tomatoes. And between each one of the tomatoes we have what's like a disease break, also airflow break, and a pollination break. So if we get early blight in any one of the patches, it kind of, so it doesn't just sweep through the garden with the insects and things, and then we
And so these are the patches here visually for them is 1, 2.
Well, one is the
Oh,
first time,
1,
and then this one is 2,
2,
and then this one's 3.
3, and these are
And then
the
there's a fourth one, but that's kind of small. But, and then, so this is a pollination break and a disease break. So pretty much we just grow something that's not nightshade, and that'll bring the pollinators into the tomato patch more.
because the tomatoes are a nightshade family. You can see amaranth, and are these a forget-me-not?
These are Chinese forget-me-nots, and then these are dahlias, and these are fancy pants scabiosa. Wow. So they're called fata scabiosa, so they're like giant. Yeah, and then there's dahlias all the way down. And these are a row of
The
peppers.
dahlia row here, and pepper row here, and you can see the little blooms. And I see that you don't remove the first wave of blooms on your peppers.
At all.
That way you get as many as you can in a season. That's how I do it too. Because you never know. It's hard to show the scope and the scale of this garden. The sunflowers that she's walking under. The rows of pepper plants that I'm going by. The combination of colors that never come through in a camera. Remember, I'm 6 foot tall, so these plants are hip high. Actually, 6'4".
And those are
You're not a shorty
tomatillos.
either.
Those are tomatillos on the other side, so it's like flowers, amaranth, sunflowers, hyla, and then this is Shane's hive.
A third hive.
Nope.
And are these spicy bees?
These are not spicy bees. These are these are Italian bees, and they're super chill. And
We learn new things, you know. Would you like spicy chicken? Yes. Spicy soup? Yes. Spicy bees? No.
Super tame.
Are these pumpkins? Well.
Those are zucchini, and then the other ones are squash.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I do see the zucchini. These sunflowers.
These are all the
Tomatillo. Green salsa.
There's also these hidden in here, which will come up this. And these are Mexican sour gherkins. So they're mouse melons.
I do know these.
And they'll go all the way up that like crazy.
They look like little watermelons,
Yeah.
and they pickle up really nice. And they're also on a hot day when you're working in the garden. You don't need anything else. You just pot, they're good enough, you know?
And this is a row of chilies, more tomatoes, jalapenos,
Jalapeno.
jalapenos, and then purple chili peppers. Probably want to film that.
On camera, this shows up looking like a few plants. This is a 30-foot long row. Oh, yeah. And gardener hands.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of gardener hands. Those are rare, and everybody that sees them in the world goes, awesome.
But yeah, I mean, look at the stacks of tomatoes this year. They look great. Like,
Yeah, they look really strong around the stems, too. Like glistening and golden. They got that, like, gold sugar to them, you know?
and these are sweet peppers and tomatoes.
Ooh.
And having them shaded a little bit is helping, actually.
The buddy system.
Yep.
Getting a little... That's forest gardening. Use a
Also
taller
like a-
canopy to relieve your lower canopy.
Yeah.
There's people who like lots of sun, and people say, no, I'll sit over in the shade.
And then tomatoes, eggplant, tomatoes.
I like your purple blush.
They're a little lacy this year.
Little lacy.
We're having some cucumber beetles are really bad this year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then, so there's kind of like breaks.
The cucumber beetles are the little green ones that look like ladybugs, and they're not ladybugs. And when they bite things like your beans and other plants, they have an infectious bite, is what I would call it. I've just noticed that the leaf can actually deteriorate from a couple of bites.
Plants, sweet peppers, habaneros, more tomatoes.
And that huge hoop house that we were walking through is not hoop house, but flower hops arch. It's way back over there. That's how far away you are.
And this is our dwarf project. That's
Dwarf?
dwarf tomatoes.
Oh,
So that'll be fun.
what are we? They're dwarf, just like a dwarf
Yeah, they're
fruit
called
tree.
dwarf shadow box, so they don't get any bigger than what you're seeing right there.
So you can see the height.
So they put on this like heavy load. They're pretty good producers.
Must taste tomato looking. Look how beautiful those are. Wow.
And
You
they're
guys are lucky to get a tour from the tomato lady.
that's our cherry tomato row, which actually isn't doing good this year. Normally they're about twice that high.
Oh, but the load is really heavy.
Yeah.
They're doing a heavy flower load and a low veg growth. Wow.
And then this is sunflower and a little bit of corn and dill, and that's gonna shade our radishes and beets and carrots. So you can grow the carrots right below this stuff, and it gives them shade, and it helps with germination. And then that's what's left of our beet row. We're picked almost all the way down to halfway down. So this will all get resown eventually. And then this is another Radish Row, which really badly needs to be thinned really badly. And this is corn with a little bit of sunflowers. And then
the corn, and then the sunflowers.
kind of got a little messy this year, but
A little messy, she calls this. Look at this. It looks like Pasadena flower gardens or something. Wow.
Basil and arugula and some stuff like that.
Baby basil's in there. See him?
And then Swiss chard, yellow Swiss chard, kale, red Swiss chard, regular kale.
Look at these colors. Yellow Swiss all the way down. Kales, red. Wow. You guys really ramped up on your leaf greens again.
You know, it's hard to maintain.
Wow. Look at just put a hand behind here though to show you how big things are. I mean, just massive. Mulberry tree. So, those mulberries just getting ripe in here. They're all over it. It loads up. You can see it'll get dark black. So this is the new area that you guys are using.
Yep.
And you got corn up.
Yep. This is the girls' corn patch. It's halfway planted. We're succession planting it. So.
And this is a neighbor's property that you guys are what do you call that? Okra. How did you, what is this thing on this property that's been like growing up on?
I forgot that you haven't seen this yet. Okay, so this is our hop trellis.
Wow.
And we planted like hops to go over the arch.
This is like a Shane and Dad thing?
No, this is like a me and Shane thing.
Wow.
And so there'll be more going that direction. We're going to put those in grow pots to begin with. And these ones are in the ground already.
These are hops plants?
Yep. And we've got 4 varieties.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So many people talk about growing hops, but I haven't seen very many of them get this far with it.
Well, it was a feat.
And then this is where our property ends here, and then this is all other vineyards and stuff here. The major family farm is just, I think it's 1.7 acres or something, maybe 1.5.
I think it's like 1.1 or 1.2.
Yeah,
it's
so
really
it's just a little rectangle. It's always an illusion in the videos. I've had people comment, and it's of land
like
here.
a strip because
A
it's
strip.
very narrow.
Yeah, yeah. It's they divided these into strips. Wow, look how beautiful that is. That is the greenhouse up there. That thing that you see, right there. That's the greenhouse, and that's the scope and the scale of this. How did he get up there?
It was really hard to get that up there because, first of all, you have to have it deep enough in the ground so that they're totally stable and sound. And each one of those vines can weigh between, 50 and 80 pounds pulling downwards of weight. So it's got to be able to hold that up there that high. So he was on like the tippy top of our biggest orchard ladders to get these, and they're...
And that's cable on the top?
Yeah, that's cable on the top.
Oh, and it's actual real cable to the ground.
Oh yeah, and it's
okay.
But it took like a weekend, and it was pretty crazy.
That's beautiful. It's a great backdrop for the garden,
Yeah. It's also going to give us a little bit of block from the vineyard, and yeah. And then that's all squash right there, and then this is
watermelon.
An entire yellow watermelon patch.
Yeah.
And then I've got
watermelon.
I've got a row here. Still got a plant, but I'm actually not done with the garden yet. But
yeah, she's never done with the garden. Well, thank you for giving us a tour through. I'm gonna snag a bunch of beauty shots, and that's crazy incredible. I love that. It's like a green flag. Yeah. Well, and in the scope of this whole thing too.
I kind of didn't realize that I was giving up that like sunset shot every night without like having because I didn't even think about it. I was just like, the only place that hops can go is right here.
Okay.
Okay. The only place that hops can go is like right there. So we put them up, and then after we got them up, I was like, oh, You know, like now every sunset shot has got those lines in it. But
It's a new sunset shot.
yep.
Well, we've watched this change. This was grassy
True.
field with no vineyard, almost no structures, 2 old barns on the hill and small trees. So
Yeah.
there comes a point where good fences make good neighbors.
I have to switch the water for more on my way back.
This mix of this amaranth.
Oh yeah, that was good.
This is the purple amaranth, but then this is the wild stuff that grows in your garden paths that they call pigweed. And they've mixed together. This is more of a salad vegetable. You can see this one has the green leaves of pigweed, but it's gotten the size. And then quinoa is the largest of this family. And so we eat the seeds and the leaves of these things. And then this is the pigweed as you know it, if you know it. It's also a garden green, I'm aware of that.
If you walk down that way, you can see the black tomatoes from that side.
Ooh. Those are all black tomatoes. And the peppers, these are the blooms. Wave after wave, and then already set. I'll just kind of zoom in so I can get a good shot of him.
Between 200 and 300 this year. I actually haven't
200 and 300 tomatoes here. That's Grandpa you hear grinding away on the old truck in the background. He's off in the distance.
That's all I gotta do for We'll get there.
We'll get there. And we'll see you guys there
Yep.
next time. In your yellow umbrella.
You might probably enjoy this shit.
For giving us a tour.